Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to yet another run of Enter the Gungeon. I don't always do 2 in one day, but I figured, well, A, everyone voted for it, but B, last run was so fast. How fast was it? It was so fast that I felt like doing another one, or I felt okay doing another one. I'm not gonna say okay. I'm not gonna say all right, but we'll do another one. The chamber gun as our paradox starting gun really sucks, but it only sucks on floor 1. It'll get better as we progress through the game. Even on, oh my god, it's just inaccurate, but even on chamber 2, it'll start doing a decent amount of damage. And actually, if we have this down beginning the oubliette floor, it's pretty good down there as well. So, not a great gun early, but at least it does have a lot of ammo. Doesn't have a lot of reloading as a result. Gotta acknowledge that I think the rusty sidearm might be better, because it's just more accurate. Sour Lemonade says, play the character only accessible through console commands, not the cultist, the other one. What character is only accessible via console commands, but not the cultist? Sour Lemonade, I got no freaking idea. Oh, and we started with the ice cube. We would not know that for a long time, so I don't mind peeping it here. Is there another character? There might be like another incomplete character in Gungeon that just is not implemented. Isn't there like a ninja and a astronaut or something? Or is that like modded characters? I can never remember. Sour Lemonade says, I forgot her name, I gotta look it up, hold on. Academy Kill says Cormorant. Well, I mean, you can just become the Cormorant, but you can also become the rat. I doubt they meant play the rat. Abe, play the rat! Do it! Become the rat. Jammerlengo, welcome. I knew that you wouldn't leave the run before I started, even though people were saying go watch the previous run because it was so good. And if you like good Gungeon runs, I would recommend watching the last Gungeon run. We had Scattershot on it. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about it. Started as the pilot. It was pretty all right. All right. This run, so far so good, I guess. Academy Kill says there was supposed to be a ninja. Yeah, I think there are somewhere in the game file sprites for a theoretical ninja character that never got actually released. RIP. And maybe even like a cosmonaut character as well, like an undead cosmonaut. I don't think there was any real information in the game files as to what those characters were supposed to be, but heck if I know. It's beyond my pay grade. I'm just here to dodge well, not to know things. Lamey says Ellentantine. Yeah, that's right. I remember that name. That rings a bell. Jammerlingo says, I'm just here to say hello. I'm gonna grab food and enjoy that run. Wait, you're not gonna stay live? How dare you? Gungeon has so much cut content. My cut content favorite, the thing that I would love to see in the game is the raccoon. I don't know what the raccoon was supposed to do, but I want a raccoon. I want a trash panda. Oh, come on, 2 in a row. I'm spoiling it for Jammerlengo, but we fought this boss last run. Every time I get this gun, I think I'm playing Mega Man 4. Hopefully these things have good range. Man, even the shotgun version is better than this. Please! Change my gun! Hold on. There we go. It doesn't necessarily do that much damage. I mean, I think that the rings from Chamber Gun do basically the same amount of damage as the other weapon, the starting pistol that we have here. So it's not particularly high damage. Pew, 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 pew. There we go. Ellington team says there's a poster of the cosmonaut in Exit the Gungeon while in that game's breach. Proof right there that we were maybe supposed to get some content that never showed up. Damn it, game developers! Lamont says, I was confused. I thought you had blanks for HP. Turns out I just scrolled down. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shoot in your shop. That was my bad. Bang, 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 bang. Well, we're gonna get a lot of money on the first floor. We're gonna have a decent enough weapon. Let's see how this goes for us. And we will definitely go down to the oubliette since we have access. We have access and we have Chamber Gun, which is gonna give us the Poison Skull Gun. So we are done. We have 3 keys. I will open up the good green chest. Antibody, heals up. Actually, this does mean that if we heal off of buying this, we didn't, but we would have gotten free money out of it. I think we still get free money. Like, I think buying the full heart nets you like an extra 5 cents when you give the HP to her or something. I don't know, don't ask me. Let's get the heck out of here. Bonk, 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 bonk. That worked though. So you know what? Let's get rid of even more HP. As for other Gungeon cut content, the only other thing that I really know of is the Low Priest, who was supposed to be another boss that did get added into Exit the Gungeon, I believe. I think there was also supposed to be a bunker boss. And then I think on top of that, just like other enemies that may or may not have been added to the game in the RNG department as like cut content. Sour Lemonade says, I'm back with the name, it's Lamey. we already figured that part out, but thank you for your Googling. Do you remember, did the Cosmonaut have a name, or was it just Cosmonaut? Also Jungle Floor. I don't remember Jungle Floor. I don't remember seeing that content, but you know, I believe it. I didn't remember the name though. That was Ellen. No, that was, yeah, Ellington team had the name of that one. Lamey. What a lame character name, right? So no Lamey run? I mean, the character doesn't work, right? I don't know what breaks Gungeon. Sometimes it just crashes for no reason. Like, I don't think the character is actually hooked up to anything. Could be wrong about that though, I suppose. You know, hopefully that'll just be in Enter the Gungeon 2. You know, if we start up enough rumors, maybe the developers are going to be forced to have to, you know, create that content. Our stock price has gone up. Ah, someone started a rumor on X that there was going to be a Gungeon 2. And you mean there isn't? Johnson, I want you to get started on that game. I want it on my desk by tomorrow night. But sir, no excuses, Johnson. Gets released in early access. Only available on Epic. Lamey does work well. I don't, what is the character supposed to do then? Yeah, does the ninja have a name either? Either? Look, ignore me. Vampire Mantis, Low Priest, Bishop, Bunker. I remembered the Low Priest. Because I know that because when you try to hook up, when you try to hook up Super Boss Rush in Gungeon, it just loads Low Priest as a unused boss in the old King floor incorrectly. Thank you for the key. She has a gun and starts with Blood Brooch. I mean, that's pretty damn strong. I had Blood Brooch on a recent run. It was a weird one. I made some mistakes on that run, let's be honest. I'm actually surprised that our ammo has gone so well for us on this floor, but we did have several ammo boxes drop for us, so that makes a lot of sense, actually. I'm gonna get a key and open up this chest, because it should be an item. You had to show up again. You couldn't just give me like cursed bullets or something. You had to give me katana again. I hate it. Hopefully these skulls can actually land. I like the look of the skulls. Sour Lemonade says katana bullets are good and I will die on this hill. I mean, I'm trying to no-hit streak here, you know? I can't afford to have enemies randomly be pushed into me. Magic bullets. Oh good, now we've got magical knives. Omega says, I never understood katana bullets. What does it do besides screw you? The other thing it does is completely mess with explosions. Because every katana slash counts as an explosion, which means that it breaks explosions in the game. I know, so wonderful. We good? We good. Katana's cursed, how is it worth it? I mean, the theory is that if you kill one enemy, you kill a whole bunch. In practice, it just pushes enemies around and means that they get pushed into you, which kind of blows. Katana bullets does good damage. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not consistent damage, and it screws up many different mechanics in the game. Old Crest's gonna go because of katana bullets. Here's the thing, if it does, more power to the game for screwing me. I'm gonna do my best, though. Maybe we'll get the triple orbiting bomb synergy and we will have truly the worst run of all time. And that would be hilarious. I fly. I fly. I'm dead. Only that was a good weapon as well. Oh God, chicken. Gotta be careful because a jam chicken can still touch me. And I will definitely not get satisfaction out of it. Hey, chicken. Katana bullets is good for bosses, but not regular floors. Does katana bullets even activate on bosses? That's the question. I don't think it does. Because katana bullets activates when it kills something. I think I've seen it activate on bosses in some situations. I'm not exactly sure how, but definitely open that. Ring of Triggers. Well, we don't have a synergy for that yet, but maybe one day. Pixely, welcome. More Gungeon 1, I guess. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the rare double Gungeon warm-up run. Also, good evening. Good evening. Gun Knight Greaves. I mean, we're never gonna get hit, so that's not gonna be a problem. Turtle Problem could be a problem. We've also got the Rat Key. I mean, if we're gonna try to go for a 100% full game run, no hit run, that's when we do it. Watch as we get a freaking fairy out of a pot. Vertebrae, solid. Press to drop off, very solid. All right. Pixley says, I always have a specific good evening said by some character in mind. I have no clue who it is or from where. You mean me or you? Good evening. I don't know what that's from, if it's from anything. Might just be from nothing, might just be a good evening. Good evening. I could change it up a bit. Welcome, boils and ghouls. Ah. Yeah, and then there, of course, there's good news, everyone. We're playing more Gungeon today. Not the best in voice acting. I didn't go to a voice acting school. I'm not a comedian, man. Well, that is just god awful. But it's ours. It's all ours. Make sure you're holding chamber gun when you go down to a floor, then you get full ammo. Sour Lemonade says, main downside where you could maybe potentially once in a blue moon get knocked into a pit is negated here because of wax wings. Once in a blue moon with katana bullets, he says. My dude is high on something and I want some. Gotta be careful pressing the reload button because pressing the reload button is how you change weapon forms. How would you reload the weapon? Well, if you click when it's empty, it'll automatically reload, so that's probably what I'm gonna have to try to do here. I almost got hit by this guy right here. Gotta be careful, man. Katana bullets will screw me. Ellington team says, I will pay you to never do that again. Put your money where your mouth is. You can pay me to do almost anything. I'm a streamer. Sour Lemonade says, I've never been pushed into a pit thanks to katana bullets. You all are just jumping into the pits. I think you just have never played Enter the Gungeon before. I've gotta save the key, unfortunately. Pay for a hot tub stream. I mean, is that against Twitch's terms of service these days? I don't know. It's a bit ambiguous, I think, at this point. Did that bullet go through the wall? Someone fact check that one for me. All right, we'll buy the key. Maman says, I admit I do fall into an embarrassing number of pits with and without katana bullets. But especially with, right? Ellington team says I'm broke. Hey, so am I. Man, I would just love to have explosive rounds instead of the katana nonsense. Bullet did not go through wall, just close to it. Damn, I thought I was onto something there. Enhance, enhance! Run it through Megapixel or whatever that software is called. I need more pixels. You know, that would be very interesting to see in like a Gungeon 2. What about first person and you're like, you get to see the Bulletkin, like he's immaculately modeled and textured. In my head, I'm thinking more of something like Returnal, like first-person bullet hell. Gungeon. You could skip 2, call it Gungeon 3D. Oh, I'm so clever. And then when people are not expecting it, you'll re-release Gungeon as Gungeon 2 Electric Boogaloo. All right, we can open one chest. Just one. One chest, please. Coin Marshal. Take it. We'll use for the break and the chamber gun. Actually, probably chamber gun for the break. It's literally what I said, but in the opposite order. House of the Gun Dead stream wins is Sour Lemonade. If I knew a place locally that had a Gungeon arcade, I would do it. I do not know of any location near me that has a Gungeon arcade. Careful. You think I could get Devolver Digital to send me one? Please, I'll do anything! Try to make a gun pun with Electric Boogaloo? Easily, Electric Ghost Gun. It's gotta say boo, boo, boo. And every time it says boo, it electrocutes you. There you go, done. If you need another level to it, it's also an igloo. Who even owns the IP? Devolver Digital. They bought Dodge Roll, which is the company that made Gungeon. So it is now a Devolver Digital property. So any future Gungeon games That's a Dodge Roll production. Sorry, that's a Devolver Digital production. It'll probably still be under the same studio, but it's now under the umbrella of Devolver. Which is really cool, if you think about it. Sorry, if you think about it, think about it. There's one girly at the turn. I think about that every time I say, think about it, think about it. Is that from anything? Think about it, think about it? Or am I just thinking, be aggressive, be aggressive? And I'm just putting the wrong words to the beat. I don't know. Well, we can only open one, unless I want to purposefully take damage, which I don't really want to. And goodbye, Brother Alburn. Do I want to? You know what? Let's purposefully take damage, but this won't count for the no-hit run because it's on purpose. Wait, where was the other crack? I thought I saw two. If I can't find the other one, then we'll leave, but there should be another one because it is the, it's in this room. It is the floor of Albern. Albern's a guaranteed spawn. You just need to find a fire pit here. Oh, but we also fly. Ugh. No, we can do this. We can do this. You just gotta drop this real quick. What? Oh, this prevents fire damage. The Guanstone. Okay, we gotta dump that too. We're gonna immediately put out the fire. Okay, this is gonna be a little awkward. I don't even know if we can do it actually. It's gotta be like, okay, I mean, I have an idea. We still have a few, no, I'm dumb. Get out of here, you I'm a freaking idiot. Damn it. I wanted to kick the rat off of it, but I forgot to kick the rat off of it. That's okay. It's not like we need it because we do fly after all. There you go. Devolver is the same behind Inscription and Cult of the Lamb, so they make quality stuffs as pixely. Inscription. Devolver Digital is, I mean, this might not be the case anymore. They're not really a developer. They are more of a publishing company. They publish indie games. You know, someone makes an indie game. They come to them saying, "Hey, I need you to publish my game." So they didn't make Inscription. They didn't make Cult of the Lamb. Now they own Dodge Roll. They might own other studios now. So maybe they are making games at this point. But I don't think they made Inscription, and I don't think they made Cult of the Lamb. I don't think they were involved in the development at all. Well, as much as a publisher would be involved in the development. Lost a whole item for 5 cents. What a steal, says Sour Lemonade. A whole item and 2 glass Guanstones. Haha. Let's go for the Void Marshal, why not? You know what this room is? Prepare for a squiggly dude. But yeah, like it's interesting that, at least I believe Dodge Roll is now owned by Devolver. I think that's the case. It's interesting that that's the case now because it means that Devolver could be an actual development company now. I think they have maybe developed some games. Let me see. Devolver Digital developed games. Developers, Devolver. I don't know. I don't know. Devolver Digital sold all of its publishing rights to Fall Guys. I didn't know that they had. I didn't know that they had publishing rights to that. By then, the company. I'm reading the wiki. By then, the company had purchased Serious Sam developer Crow Team, while also purchasing Dodge Roll, Enter the Gungeon, Firefly Studios, Stronghold, and Nereal, the Reigns game. So they own those studios, but I still don't know if they're actually developing any right now. I mean, they're probably developing games now. I don't know if they've released any yet, but anyways, there you go. Maman says Devolver published Genital Jousting, terrible game, great title. Also, a game banned on Twitch. You cannot play that on Twitch. Although, wait a minute. Is that still banned? Isn't that artistic nudity? Surely you can play genital jousting now, right? Right? Sure, it's an artistic representation of the male phallus, but that doesn't make it wrong, right? Still on the blacklist. Those hypocrites! Why, I never. There's some games on the blacklist I can understand, but that one? That's just harmless fun. Metafusion says 2 other games that Devolver published that I think are a little underrated are Loop Hero and Wizard with a Gun. Loop Hero is actually one of those games that I would totally stream or, record for YouTube, because it is actually a very good game. I have played it before. Wizard with a Gun, I never did play the demo when it was available, like in one of the Next Fests or something. Wizard with a Gun is a terribly boring game, I think. It is just awful. It is don't starve, and then you have to craft all of your ammunition. Well, that's a little interesting, but sure. I saw some of the demo for Wizard with the Gun, and it just looked like the most boring game. But Loop Hero is like actually a very fun game, because I've played that one before. I also own that game twice, because I think I bought it and then it was also on Epic for free. So I was like, okay, well, I guess. The trailer is cool. That's the thing, is that Wizard with a Gun, just like, let me think of another example. The only one that comes to mind is Dead Island 1, but it has a good trailer, but the gameplay sucks. The trailer makes you think it's gonna be this cool game where you play as like a techno wizard with magical guns, and then when you actually play the game, it's the same art style as Don't Starve, and you just run around the forest and you chop down trees and you collect wood, and you have to build chests, and then you have to build a workstation, and then you need 30 logs to upgrade the workstation. So you go and then you go harvest more logs, and then you need to get rocks, but you need a place to store the rocks and the logs. So you have to spend your logs building a chest, and then after you build the chest, then you need more logs. So you got to go farm more logs to upgrade your workstation. That's Wizard with a Gun. I hope you like grinding. I hope you like going into a level, harvesting resources for 5 minutes, and then repeating. That's the whole game. And actually, if we can keep talking about this for a minute, it's even worse than that, because not only do you have to constantly be, farming for resources, you also only get like 5 minutes in a level, and then you have to leave, and the level is rebuilt. So your actions don't even have like a meaningful lasting impact on the world. They try to like hand wave it away and explain it in game, like, oh, you are really just traveling the multiverse or stuff like that. But in actuality, what it means is that the player has very little impact on the world at large, which makes it feel like you're not really accomplishing anything when, you know, you can't go through a level and see where you've already been. I don't know, it's just not a fan. Which I guess is like a similar complaint I had to something like Starbound, which is that, you know, all of the levels end up feeling the same. You are traveling to different worlds so often that, and you're starting from scratch on each world because it's like, oh, well, I gotta go to another world to go for the, you know, X+1 tier iron ore I'm picking up, or whatever the hell it is. That you kind of just end up feeling like you're not leaving an impact on the universe at large. But, let's see, let's go... Void Marshal? Maybe Void Marshal Judge? So yeah, at least my limited experience with it was, eh. You can get more than 5 minutes, you just need to find the portal, says Metafusion. Yeah, it's more just like overall the gameplay just doesn't feel interesting or engaging. Maybe you absolutely love the game, in which case, more power to you. I hope you continue to enjoy it for a long time to come. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Why are you... Oh, rip, no hit. Why are you... Oh, right, you only stop moving when you do the Mega Bounce move. Now I'm caught up. Since when did this get philosophical? It's not philosophical as much as it is, you know, if we want to go philosophical, then what is fun? Is a game fun if it appeals to a limited number of players or if it appeals to as many people as possible? What is nothing? It doesn't matter. What did we get out of this? Oh, Judge, right? Yeah, well, whatever. I didn't save any keys, by the way, for this. I really should have. We also do have the compass possibly synergizing with this, but, well, let me see. It just gets used automatically. I guess we could try the compass, but I kind of want to hold on to the bottle in case we get a fairy just to do it. Like, what do I even have with a ring of triggers? I guess vertebrae K. We should probably do it, though. All right. Because we have the ring, I'll take the compass. Actually, you know, we could do it with the jetpack. We can just spam spacebar and then get the ring effect, but I guess the compass is safer because you don't get locked into maybe not being able to dodge roll. Sure, whatever. Amon says, Abe, I forgot that that I'll recommend Citizen Sleeper, a tiny RPG I have never been so invested in before. They released 3 DLCs for free already. I will add it to Yod list. TM. Mr. Clark Nova, welcome. Homesick today. Any chance we could get some Monolith? Insert new game name here. You mean Star of Providence? Get it right. Is that like one of your favorite games of all time, Clark, or are you just interested in seeing it? I do like me some Monolith. I haven't played it in a while, though. I'll say the same thing that I've said before, which is that I really just want to jump into the game when they release their next DLC. I just don't know when that's gonna be. I personally haven't heard any news about it, but I'm also not on their Discord. What does the fairy do with the bottle? So if you have the bottle and there's a fairy in the room, you can put the fairy in a bottle, and if you've ever played any Legend of Zelda game, I'm pretty sure you can figure out what a fairy in a bottle does. Clark says, I'm terrible at it, I like seeing it played well. Have you watched my my YouTube playlist for Monolith? I assume you have. That couldn't even kill you, huh? It's one of those games where I will definitely play it when it comes out on the update. Whenever that ends up being. Did damage to him. There you go. You unload your magazine, keep the red bullet. I don't think it'll work. I think it just uses whatever the basic weapon is in your clip. See? It does work with weapons that change their ammo type. So whatever you currently have active, it'll use. So if we do it with, what is it, the M16A1, it'll fire grenades if you have that active. The Ring of Trigger effect. So if we can get a weapon like that, we can steamroll. Actually, you know what we can use? Chamber gun. You know, that'll work relatively well. Causes a lot of explosions, which can be a bad thing though, but you know, whatever. I've never played a Zelda game before, says Sour Lemonade. Really? Honestly, I'm A, surprised, but then B, also like further surprised that even still, you don't know what a fairy does. Like that's video game lore 101. That's like not knowing that Mario breaks blocks by jumping up into them. That's like not knowing what a line piece is. That's like not knowing that solitaire begins with an ace. But yes, Maman is correct, they just heal you. So, a fairy in a bottle is a full heal. I screwed it. I did not screw it. That's how you cheat gun game. That's how you cheat gun game. Oh, I want the synergy. Reload star. Well, we're keeping the compass though. I love his music in his shop. It sounds so terrible. Have you ever tried playing Ikaruga? Destroys my brain when I try to play it, says Mr. Clark Nova. I think I own that. Oops. Steam, stop. Yeah, Ikaruga, I own that. I bought it a long time ago when it was first released on Steam because it's like, dude, Ikaruga. And then I never played it because I'm bad at that type of game. Maybe that's something I can play at some point. You can all watch me be bad at Ikaruga. Which is a true bullet hell game because it feels like hell playing it. And it looks like hell because it's so many bullets on the screen. What a shame, too bad you're keeping compass. I mean, I like the synergy that we have. It is good. I hope Enter the Gungeon 2 will be called Enter the Gungeon 2 Hellectric Dan Maku. I have no idea what that means. I may have just said something horribly offensive. You may have done it. You may get me banned from Twitch. I wouldn't know. Should not have bought that in case that was a shop. It wasn't. I guess we can fire shells, you know, that's something we can do. That was terrible. the shells, they do nothing. It's just Japanese for bullet hell. Yeah, like I believe that. Let us buy some keys. And we'll fight the boss, probably Wallmonger, due to the amount of space we have here. What's the compass gonna do? Tell me I'm in the boss room? I bricked all the shots into the wall apparently right there. Search it, I'm not lying. I'm not gonna search random things on the internet. Who do you think you are? I am. Maman says, completely unrelated, but I can't stop thinking. Why is Academy Kill such a satisfying name to say? It doesn't rhyme with anything, it just works. Why is it such a satisfying name? I don't know, but you're not wrong. Got him. Hevel Jumper, welcome. Hey, somebody wrote Gullible on the ceiling. That's like saying, hey, katana bullets is a good item. Yeah, like we believe that, Grandpa. Don't forget to take your medicine. What could be good is the, is this a Matman? No, it's a shrine. Whoa! YV! It's been so long, my son. 60 for the next one. What could be good is Compass with the beam gun here. What was I getting pushed by the wall for? Like, I was getting pushed from the wall? What the hell was that? Grandpa, I'm 100% younger than you, says Sour Lemonade. Yeah, whatever, Grandpa. I've never played a Zelda game before. Yeah, you just don't remember. Get out of here. What does a fairy do again? That's you, that's what you sound like. I don't know why, I just love being antagonistic to chat. It's so much fun. Get out of here, chicken. There we go. Awesome. The Gungeon gods are giving you a signal to play Nuclear Thrones to Sour Lemonade. We could do that. Random some characters, random some runs for a little bit, try to get some mega loops going. I do like YV in Nuclear Throne, and I like his attack rate, meaning it's easier to use melee weapons because they attack faster, and I like his pop with like a ultra grenade launcher because it sucks in all the enemies, and that's really satisfying to do. That explosion took a long time to happen. Pavel Jumper says, back in my day, Mario couldn't smash blocks with his head. He was just a plumber. Yeah, well, back in my day, hey, Mario's from Brooklyn. Saving the princess from Bowser. Eating weird mushrooms. Dude, it is exceptionally effective opening up every room with a rotating, orbiting barrage of missiles. I guess they don't rotate, they just kind of, they come out of you. How did that not kill you? My dude has more health than I thought. Sour Lemonade says, Compass and Ring of Triggers, my beloved. It's a good combo. I'm glad we took it, I guess, in the end. Sour Lemonade says, hey, I played Earthbound, I played Mario, I played some Nintendo games. Just never got the opportunity to play a Zelda one. I honestly have not played too many of them myself. Give me a title of a Zelda game and I wouldn't believe you. Zelda and the Broken Instrument, The Legend of Zelda and the Frozen Throne. They're starting to like run out of ideas, I think. They got so many of them. The Legend of Zelda and Link's Breakfast Trial. You know what? Eat it. Legend of Zelda, The Link of Time is my favorite, says Nor. I don't think that's what it's called. The Legend of Zelda, The Link of Time. Excuse me, but what if Zelda was the girl, and what if Link was the boy? What do you think about that? I do remember that one. Link to the Past, I think is what that one's called. Link of Time. No, that's Ocarina of Time. Push nose on forehead. Push nose on, no, push glasses on nose. That's what I meant to say. That's the nerd thing. Sour Lemonade says, at least I know the character you play is called Lynx and not Zelda. But why is her name the name of the franchise? Hey, riddle me this, Batman. Get out of here. Metaphusion says, Abe, spin the wheel. All right, you're gonna be playing as the Hunter. Have fun with that, by the way. Just play, honestly, just play the Paradox. Like, if you don't know who to play the Paradox. Why isn't the Fifth Element named after Bruce Willis? It's named after Multipass. Also, that's a very, like, poor comparison because Zelda's not even, like, a very prominent figure in some of the games. She's not even in A Link to the Past. Riddle me this, Batman. That Doggy says, because Zelda actually has a personality. That's a fair point. And yet Link is not a silent protagonist. You ever hear him jump? Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on up there, but something is the answer. That explosion at the bottom of the screen will happen, just later. I think they're trying to give more lore to Legend of Zelda, or maybe like reboot their lore with the new games. Bard of Bobberidge says, because she is actually a legendary figure blessed by the gods. Link is a victim of circumstance every time. Play Wind Waker for more info. Would you like to know more? Clink. Dun. Well, thank you, YV, for your service. I appreciate it. Let's pick a good YV gun. What do you think? Don't really have a lot of good guns, but you know, elephant gun's pretty okay. Isn't the Zelda lore like fragmented into 5 paths or something? I mean, it's probably all not supposed to be canon with each other, but maybe they're gonna try to, they're trying to make it canon. I like the idea of thinking about it as just, you know, independent stories. Maybe just like a whole bunch of what ifs. And then they're gonna what if there's a Zelda multiverse? Oh God, we've gone around. They're gonna bring multiverses back to video games. And not of the FTL variety. Link needs to find the Power Stones. This is a pretty good compass, because it's just gonna... Yeah, got him. That's too easy, though. It's like D&D homebrew. It's a legend, details change each time it's told. Yeah, except for the one where Link is just asleep the entire time. Elephant gun sucks with Ring of Triggers. That's why you switch to a different weapon when you use Ring of Triggers. Walk into each room with the chamber gun active. It's not killing enemies in one hit, though. It's taking its sweet time. Maman says the IP that has managed retcons the best is Warhammer. Their reasoning for every lore that contradicts each other is everything is canon, but not everything is true. Yeah, like people in the galaxy made stuff up all the time. So it's like a retelling of ancient legends and stories. Which actually fits the universe pretty well if you all consider it to just be Empire propaganda, right? My source is that I made it the F up. That's very interesting. Is that actually like canon, the reason why you have these seemingly potentially conflicting stories in Warhammer universe lore. It's kind of cool. I like that way of doing it. Dear Nunu, welcome. Is this a clone run? Pro tip, if the run is less than an hour long, it's not a clone run. How you doing today, Dear Nunu? Oh, that barrel is having a bad day. It's not a clone run, but we are playing our second run of the day. People wanted more Gungeon. The first run was a bit fast. Very surprised that we're not killing these enemies faster. Excuse me, coming through. Hey. Ah! I'm fine, about to sleep. Did you have a long day, dear Nunu? Ready for some R&R, some rest and relaxation? Hopefully ready for some Gungeoneering as well. What have people been buying on the this current Steam winter sale, by the way? Any games people are interested in? Havel Jumper says, to all Warhammer nerds, any tips where to start with the books? I think that's a similar question you could ask about the Battletech books. There's like 50 or more of those books, and depending on who you ask, you should read them in a different order than the ones than the order they were published in, I think. Disposable says, no idea, I just read the wiki. Also adequate. Explosion QB Showin says disposable. Yeah, that's why Katana Bullets is adding to it a little bit, but a lot of it is just the fact that we have so many of these explosive rockets. And every one of the rockets that's fired from the ice cube counts as an explosion. Even though visually they all explode immediately, it's a very strange item. Part of Bobbert says Eisenhorn by Dan Abnett. Maman says read Firecast, don't read anything else. Well, that was a good run, a fun run. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get another no-hit run under our belts, but that's okay. Fast? It was a pretty fast run. We did the Old King, so for it to be an hour at Old King is pretty quick. I guess we did have some pretty strong weapons over the course of the run, and especially Ring of Triggers Compass with the Ice Rocket Launcher let me get through floor 4 and 5 and 6 faster than you would expect. We didn't really have anything else that synergized with it, unfortunately. Although, actually, dueling laser would have been a good synergy. I didn't think about it until just now, though. Maman says, don't forget the MVP of the run, Katana Bullets. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.